last year in terms of
He's
Arsenal.
actually serious as well.
This is the history of the Arsenal. Every year, every
I feel
year.
like Arsenal learnt their lessons last year. You know.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the final whistle. Today, we're going to go looking at our Premier League predictions, top 4, Golden Boot winners,
Title race again.
Title race. Whoa.
That's a bold one. That's a bold one. Don't even go there.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, man. It's good to have you guys back. Second vid.
Yeah.
How am I feeling?
Second vid.
Yeah.
Feeling good still, yeah.
Good. I'm excited for this song because I know I can already hear and feel
A couple.
some awkward predictions on this side.
Yeah. You know, before we get into it, guys, make sure you like and subscribe, share the video and channel with your friends. But I'm not really liking what you're saying over there. What's all this about?
I just heard title challenge again,
Bro, you man bottled it.
Bottled
it. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm not gonna have that. I can't lie to you. Last year, obviously, we spoke about it in the first video about our lack of depth. Now we've got depth for our gone. Like it's like why can't we?
You know what? Give me your top 6.
My top 6.
Give me your top 6.
Or in order.
Yeah,
no, let's go bottom to the top, and we'll go that way.
Okay, calm.
So start with your what? That's
sixth
sixth
place.
place.
Yeah.
All right, cool. 6th place. I'm gonna go for Aston Villa because I feel like Aston Villa are built. Obviously, Villa do this thing every other year where they sign some quality players and then we're like, oh, we should watch out for Villa. But they never really had the manager to actually properly use that squad. And I feel like in Unai Emery, obviously they're not in Europe this year, I don't think.
No, just missed out.
Yeah, so they just missed out on it. But Unai Emery is a manager who knows how to use quality
I think
players.
they got conference. I think it was Tottenham that missed out, innit? I think Aston Villa just got conference, is it?
Have to fact
I'll check it. I'll check it. You
yeah.
continue. I'll check it.
Yeah, so even if they do have Europe, I feel Emery in Europe, he gets the job done. Obviously, sometimes he'll go to either semi-finals or finals, and then, do you know what I mean? He loves it.
Yeah.
And now that they already have, think about it, they had Lucas Dean, they have Ollie Watkins, Ben Diar, Coutinho, Emi Martinez. These are already quality players.
Yeah, so Aston Villa got conference football.
Yeah, so now, why can't Aston Villa push on and win that with the quality they have?
Yeah.
The players I've already said. Then they signed Tielemans, they signed Moussa Diaby, they signed Pau Torres from Villarreal, who Unai Emery knows really well. Yeah. I feel like they're going to push on and do really well. Either go far in the Conference League or really push the league and say, you know what, we're here to state a claim.
No, I definitely agree with you, but I feel like it might be a bit too early for them to push on in the league. I think Unai Emery has won the Europa League countless times with Sevilla, and he won it with Villarreal.
Yeah.
So I feel like I think he can actually win the Conference League. But I feel like in doing that, they ain't got the squad to continue in the league. So it's either one or the other, whether or not they're gonna get the European positions or they're gonna go far in that. And
So
I think
do you not have them in your top 6?
they're not in my top 6.
Who do you have in 6th?
So in 6th place is Brighton for me. I think Brighton are getting 6th place.
The problem with Brighton is I feel as though they've let go of a few too many players. With Robert Sanchez being the last one, Caicedo might still go maybe to Chelsea. So I actually agree with it. I think it will be Villa 6th place.
I do hear Brighton.
The reason I say Brighton, did Brighton get it? Let me check again. But
I think Brighton are in Europa. Yeah,
they've got.
But they still got business to do. If Caicedo goes, they can still bring in players. And I think with what the manager of De Zerbi, do you know what I mean? He's a good manager. Do you know what I mean? He can get the best out of his players, no matter who it is that comes in.
Yeah,
he's made players be stars that other team want to buy. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Brighton are in a good position, and they've been chomping at the bit season after season. Do you know what I mean? Doing better and better. So I think Brighton are my 6th place for me.
And plus, they did just sign Mohamed Kudus not signed, but they agreed a deal, 40 mil for Mohamed Kudus from Ajax. So
good signing.
Very good signing. Who do you have in your 6th place?
Remember, I was saying Villa. I actually agree with everything you say on Villa. I think, they do have European football to an extent, but I think they've got an experienced manager who knows how to handle the load of playing European football whilst also managing the Premier League. I think that would be fine.
Okay.
In 5th place, I have Liverpool.
Okay.
I think Liverpool will miss out again. I'm not convinced by... People are saying the midfield they have is better now and it's very good. I'm not really convinced by their signings. I think they'll do better than last season.
Yeah.
But in terms of being a bit more consistent, but I think 5th place is where they'll finish. What about the two of you?
You know what? I I had Liverpool in there as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
And thing is, this is to date. Like obviously, right now they haven't signed a CDM. They're without a CDM.
Yeah.
So that's why I have them in 5th place, because I'm thinking that they're not going to sign someone who's going to be like a star in that team. Do you get what I mean? Like when you think about it, all the big teams like United have Casemiro, Arsenal have Partey, City have Rodri, and then obviously Chelsea have Enzo Fernandez in that role. Liverpool don't have anyone that stands out to me. And obviously they're trying to get Romeo Lavia, but I don't think
he's that type of player.
Yeah,
Not
I think
yet,
he's
no.
got the quality to be that player, like maybe in like 2 years' time, I think. But right now, I feel like they need someone with experience. I feel like they should have held on to Fabinho, but obviously he's gone to Saudi Arabia.
No, exactly. With what you said, I feel like when have we been able to say that in the past 5 years that Liverpool ain't got that player? They had Fabinho, do you know what I mean? It was United and Arsenal that didn't have those players.
Exactly,
And look how things change. I say the same thing. 3P. I think Liverpool in 5th place for me. I think they're going to massively underachieve despite the small signings that they've made. I just feel like they ain't got the quality to push on the other teams. I think they're just gonna just edge out of it. Really pause. But nah, literally
every time.
But nah, seriously,
I agree,
I just don't think they've got the quality anymore. I think Salah's still a good player, but I don't think he's as potent as he used to be.
No,
they ain't got Mane, they ain't got Firmino, Nunez.
I think he'll have a better
one of them
season,
ones.
Yeah, I think you'll have a better season. But don't forget, they still have Luis Diaz to come
Luis
back.
Diaz coming back. Yeah.
Luis Diaz is very good.
That midfield doesn't move me. They've got
Trent
the
as well
worst.
in midfield. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing going forward.
But obviously he's gonna be in that midfield on position. But obviously, like when he starts, he's gonna be starting at right back. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But yeah,
4th place.
I've
got
that final Champions League spot.
Newcastle.
Really?
I've got Newcastle 4th place. And the reason I say Newcastle 4th place, I think they've made a good signing with Tonali. I think that's going to be very good Premier League wise, Champions League wise. I'm not thinking they're going to go far in the Champions League, but I feel like for the Premier League, having that signing, they've got Callum Wilson. Like these are good players that are going to continuously perform. Do you know what I mean? And I think they're going to come down. They finished 3rd last season.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they'll be able to hit those heights again with all the competitions that they're in. But I still think they're good enough to finish 4th place, above Liverpool, above Brighton. So I've got Newcastle in 4th for me.
I hear that, to be honest. You guys are not gonna like this.
Wow.
You're gonna put United there. I hear it.
Thing is, I'm gonna go for United in 4th place, and this isn't based off of your summer business alone. So obviously, so obviously you guys have done good business. You signed Andre Onana to replace De Gea. You signed Mason Mount, which is a very good sign. I can't lie, I would prefer us to get Mount than Havertz, but hey, you guys got Mason Mount, and then obviously now you've just got a sign of Rasmus Højlund. But the reason I put you guys in 4th here is because I'm still not really convinced about Ten Hag. That's what it is for me. I'm not really sure about him. And your defense for half the season was a bit chopping and changing. Like, let's be real here. Aside of Luke Shaw, if Luke Shaw gets injured, you don't really have, in my eyes, a competent replacement.
As good as what Luke Shaw is.
Or or someone that you can be like,
Malacia can slot in.
When Luke Shaw doesn't play, if Malacia's playing, I'm like, alright, cool, that's fine.
For me, I feel like if you guys want to push on from 3rd and actually, cement a title race, I don't think Malacia...
Who's your left back? Other than Shevchenko?
Tierney.
He's always injured.
He's not always injured.
Okay.
He's not always injured.
My man.
Sorry.
And even Zinchenko kind of cost you a few games towards the end of the season.
In terms, I can't lie. I do hear it. No. I hear it. And bear in mind, this is a prediction. I'm not saying yes.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying I feel like United might miss out on by a point or two. Because I was thinking, I feel like they either will finish 3rd again or maybe just drop down to 4th. So that's what I'm saying.
In 4th place, I also have Newcastle. I have Newcastle, yeah. Okay. I think it's a tough one because there's another team I want to get into the top 4, but because I've got Newcastle here, I can't get them in. But I'm going to say Newcastle, yeah. I think with the signing of Tonali and the experience of last season as well, I think that will give them a boost.
Okay. So who do you have in 3rd then?
In 3rd place, I have Arsenal. I think Arsenal will still be good enough to maintain top 4. and I think the squad depth is what is helping them with the signings. But I don't think they'll push for the title again because I think they did overachieve last season.
Oh yeah, we definitely overachieved last season.
And
Yeah.
I think it will be good progress to maintain Champions League 2 years in a row. Not to patronise Arsenal as much as I hate that club, but I think it won't be so bad if you guys finish third this season.
It's just funny because you say that United will finish above Arsenal this season.
Well,
That's what you've said. Basically.
I haven't said there, but
no. But in your predictions,
But he hasn't said United, so you might think.
he's
fair
right.
enough.
Nah.
So third place, yeah.
Third place for Arsenal.
Third place, I have Chelsea, and I think because Chelsea don't have Europe this season.
Yeah.
Again, Poch is coming, and Poch is a very good manager. So I feel like Poch will be able to actually come in, settle all the young boys, and be like, "Look, this is what we're trying to build. Mold them into the players that they want to be." And he has the experience.
Okay, I changed my mind. You're convincing me. I'm putting Chelsea in 6th place. Sorry.
Okay.
Instead of Villa. Continue.
Fair enough. But I feel like Poch will do a really good job. And I feel like they might be in the question of like, for that time when United were like within 2 or 3 points of Arsenal and City, I feel like Chelsea are going to have that moment in the season where it's like, has Poch led them to a title race? And then I feel like they'll sort of fall down and
So I got my notes wrong. So everything I said, take it down one. So really and truly, it was Brighton. I said 6.
Yeah.
So Brighton are not in 6th, they're in 7th for me.
Okay.
Liverpool are in 6th.
Oh,
Newcastle are in 5th. And it's Chelsea in 4th.
Okay.
For me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly what he says. I feel like with Chelsea, they ain't got the pressure. The pressure's off. They're not in Europe.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They've got the mold of players together. They've got a new manager, literally a new dressing room. The pressure's off. Go out there and play for Stamford Bridge. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like with that, week after week, they've got the players to just get 3 points each week. Unless when it comes to the top 6, then they might struggle a little bit. But I think against the teams like they got Luton, they got Villa. I think they'll beat Villa. They're home and away. Do you know what I mean? I think they'll get the 3 points here and there. So
I'll do that.
I think Chelsea, 3rd place, I think they'll do it, and they'll do it quite comfortably in terms of...
Wait, 3rd or 4th?
Fourth.
Yeah.
4th. In terms of where Chelsea are 4th and 5th, I think they'll be a ways above 6th.
Yeah.
But I think they're interchangeable, Newcastle and Chelsea. But I think Chelsea will just edge it and beat Paul.
So who would be 3rd?
3rd, I got Arsenal. And I think that I'm opposite to you. I don't think it's bad. I think I don't think it's good that they finished 3rd. I think it's very bad. I think it's underachievement. Do you know what I mean? When you guys are screaming title
Based
race,
on this season,
you know what I mean? And last season, you guys were top of the league for... I think if you're not close to City, let me not ruin it. If you're not up there, it's a failure for Arsenal. Arteta's been there for what, 4 years, 5 years?
I get what you're saying.
Let's be real.
When I say
failure.
They overachieved last year, and this year if they finish 3rd, that would be fine. I mean, in terms of if you look at the last decade of Arsenal, you look at the last 5 years, them finishing the Champions League for 2 years in a row is a good achievement, is what I mean. But in terms of last season going into this season, it would be underachievement.
You've signed Rice, Timber, and Havertz.
Yep.
Havertz initially I thought was a very good signing when I seen him play, and I'm a bit wayward with it, but Timber and Rice are very, very good signings. Great depth.
Yep.
And I feel like if you're not very close to the winners, it's an underachievement. Arteta's been there how long? How long are you going to be like, trust the process if you're just... I mean, again, Champions League is good, but you almost won the league last season. You bottled it. If you've dropped off massively, it's a failure. You need to be up there challenging again. You might just bottle it again, but then cool, that's where you're about. But if you're not there again, it's a failure for me.
So who do you think is going to be in 2nd place to be challenging 1st place then?
United. And I think United are going to...
Do you have United in 2nd as well?
I agree, but I'll be so honest, and I don't care. It's so biased. I don't care.
Wait.
I don't think so. I'll tell you why. I'm going to let you lot do it, but
Guys,
I'm going to tell you exactly why. You see what me I did?
No, honestly.
No, okay, I'll tell you why I think United cool. United finished 3rd last season, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of our issues was scoring goals, not as much conceding. We didn't concede that many goals. In one game, we conceded a lot of goals in singular games, but in total in the season, we didn't concede that many goals, and we had De Gea in goal, and a lot of them were mistakes from either defense or goalkeeping issues. We've got Onana now, right?
Yeah.
Who's gonna let us play in a different type of way? Do you know what I mean? them type of goals that De Gea is gonna like be fumbling or just not coming out quick enough. We ain't gonna concede them type of goals. Yeah, we'll still concede goals on errors, but not as much as we was previously. Our defense is sound. Martinez, Varane, Shaw, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka's playing out of his mind right now. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think defensively we've got any issues. We've just signed Rasmus Højlund. I'm not saying he's gonna bag us hella goals, but with Mount signing, with Bruno, we're gonna give him chances to score. He's an out and out 9. Do you know what I mean? He may not be potent right now, but he will get them chances. Rashford just came off almost 30. Well, it was 30 goal season.
30 goals, yeah.
He can do it again, or he can score near abouts. Do you know what I mean? So it's not. We're cooking, is what I'm saying. We're cooking, and we're gonna be different this season. So I'm saying we're coming second, man. We are coming. I'm not gonna say we're gonna be super close to City, but we're gonna give them a run. I think so.
I hear it.
So you're saying Arsenal second, isn't
I'm
it?
saying City second.
Hey, cut the thing, man.
I'm saying City second. I'm saying City second. I'm saying it with my chest.
Bruh.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Say that.
No problem.
I'm saying City second.
Say that.
I hear what I'm saying.
I'm gonna eat my sweets. Chill and listen to you.
Go on. City second. Tell me why.
You even said it before on our first video about how City have let go of a lot of quality players, and they still potentially will let go of a lot of quality in either Kyle Walker, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, whatnot. And I feel like lessons were learned last year in terms of
He's
Arsenal.
actually serious as well.
This is the history of the Arsenal. Every year.
I feel like Arsenal learned their lessons last year. You know, we know that we lack squad depth, we lack the maturity and the experience in that situation.
Yeah,
and I feel like in this summer window, we've addressed those problems. We've gotten Rice, who has been leading West Ham over the past 3-4 seasons. Do you know what I mean? He even just led them to a Conference League title. So add him into the squad. Talking about Jurriën Timber, who gets picked for his country and for Netherlands. For Ajax as well. Yeah. He has won multiple Eredivisie. He's experienced. He knows what it's like to win. And that winning culture is very, very important in a team that wants to push on for the title.
You might not play in Champions League for the first time about 10. Was it 10 years? 2016 was the last time you played it. So what is that?
That's about 6, 7
years. 7 years. Yeah, cool. Is that not going to impact your title charge?
See, now I think it will, but I don't personally. I see us going furthest in the Champions League, quarterfinals.
What? Bayern, 10-2.
Yeah, my man.
That is Pete,
bro.
No, I hear it. But if we didn't have the quality that we do now back then, and Bayern back then were a different beast to what they are now. So that's just completely irrelevant. But I feel like in the Champions League, we will feel it a little bit in terms of the rotation. But I don't think we're going to go on to flip and win the thing.
When around is the quarterfinals?
That's
like in
February.
So you're
March.
telling me up until then, you're going to be balancing Champions League and this... Because really and truly, the title is 1 year. It's right towards the end of the season, but the groundwork is the first bit of the season. You need to be up there.
Which is group stage. Which is group stage. Don't forget, there are teams like, and I mean this with no disrespect, but there are teams like Ludogorets, like Basel, like young boys that might qualify. That, you know what I mean? You can rotate the squad a bit more, maybe bring in a youngster or two, and you can, win the game.
Yeah, I hear it.
So over 2 legs, I don't see that as that, and that's why I said maximum I see us going now is quarterfinal, because I'm not sure if we'd still be able to. I don't know how much we would have learned and developed from last year to be able to be like, let's compete on Champions League and on the title. I feel like we'll be able to, do a bit in the Champions League, and then maybe get knocked out by like, I don't know, like a Barcelona, if we draw a Madrid early or something like that.
So now that we know that you're saying Arsenal are champions and we're saying City will probably win the league again.
Yeah.
In saying that, with Arsenal, if they don't win the league, is it a failure?
I don't think it's 100% a failure. No. Hear me out.
How does that work?
I don't think it's 100% a failure, because it's also, like you said, our first time back in Champions League for a while. So balancing that and doing a title charge, let's be real, it's a hard ask for any team that would be in that situation. So I feel like if we were to just come second again, I'll be like, I'm not going to lie to you, I will be gutted, but I'll be able to step back and look at it like, you know what? Again, it also depends on how far we go in the Champions League. Do you get?
Let's recap everyone's top 6.
So let's start.
Shall I start?
Yeah,
so I'm saying first place Manchester City, second place Man United, Third place, Arsenal. Fourth place, I said Newcastle. Fifth place, I am saying...
You said Liverpool.
Liverpool. And sixth place, I'm saying Chelsea. What about
Okay.
you?
So I'm saying Arsenal, champions. Second place, City. Third place, United. Fourth place, Chelsea. Fifth place, Liverpool. Sixth place, Aston Villa.
Yeah, and I'm saying winners City, unfortunately. United second, Arsenal third, Chelsea fourth, Newcastle fifth, and Liverpool sixth.
Okay.
Well, there you have it, guys. There are our top 6 predictions for the
Yes, yes.
23-24 Premier League season. If you guys are still here, thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you guys go and watch our first video or even our next video that we have. That will be either popping up on the screen here somewhere or in the description. Also, remember to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
You can check us out. Final Whistle on TikTok, on Instagram. You guys,
The personals are in the description. But it's really about, you know, coming here week after week, you know, liking, subscribing, and supporting the channel.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Literally. And we're gonna continue doing this and be on the journey with us. And
Yep. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.